Hold on to your butts. We're about to get started here in a half hour. It's about to go down, which means that if the Vikings do stand pat at pick 11, every team that get 10 minutes per pick, they're going to milk this for TV purposes, even though, like Chicago Bears, we know you're going Caleb Williams, so just make your pick. But the NFL loves to milk the ad revenue. So at pick 11, that's going to be 110 minutes in, almost 2 hours until we get that pick, if they stand pat anyway. But for the Vikings, the draft starts at pick number 3 if the Patriots are willing to trade down or not. Now, I've seen reports that suddenly J.J. McCarthy is getting steam in New England, which I'm rooting for, because if you do like J.J. McCarthy, then at pick 3, you can certainly trade back and still get him. Now, how far back, that's a whole different situation, but we'll see, man. I'm ready. I am bleeping ready. Just no Bo Nix. I can deal with J.J. McCarthy. I can even deal with Michael Penix Jr. in the first round. Just no Bo Nix. For the love of God. That would be awful. But we here. What are they going to do, man? Christian says no Bo Nix, check down master. It's funny because how I noticed Bo Nix was I was super into Colorado football with Coach Prime, and they started the season with a 3-game win streak, beating TCU to open the season. I believe Nebraska was the second week, and then a nail biter, pretty sure it went to overtime against Colorado State. Narrowly escaped that. And then the fourth week, they went up against Oregon. And I remember the head coach for Oregon, they did like a little pregame speech he did with his team, saying something along the lines of they're in it for clicks and we're in it for football. And I was like, oh, snap, this is going to be a good game. They got absolutely smoked. Colorado did. But I saw Bo Nix in that game. And I remember all the hype and all the promotions that ESPN and others were doing on Bo Nix. Hey, he's a good quarterback. He's going to get drafted next year. He could make a team look pretty good. I watched that entire game, bro. And I just said, are you serious right now? This is it? This is what everybody's raising hell about? Checkdowns, screen passes, yards after the catch? Nah, man. That's who he is. I saw that from start to finish. And I watched a couple of other Oregon games, but that's I don't understand this. I guess desperation mode a lot of these teams are in right now. I've never seen anything like it where, and I don't even think this is Will Levis territory anymore. I think there's a really good possibility that 5 to 6 quarterbacks go in the first round, even though I believe only 3 are worth a first round pick. J.J. McCarthy, it's fringe, bottom of the first, early second. But anything but Bo Nix, I'm good. My Asian peer says 30 minutes skull. Hell yeah, brother. Ben says that's all because of Nike trying to promote him. Who, Bo Nix? Oregon. Yeah, that's Nike University right there. Makes sense. But on to positive things. Killer Clown says the Vikings are not getting Drake May. Not happening. We'll see. Pick number 3. We'll see. Never say never. Of course, I'm rooting for it. But if you can't make the trade happen, there shouldn't be this woe is me attitude in the Vikings front office. You hopefully have prepared all possible outcomes, whether you can make the trade or not, or you can trade but not as high as you want to. Perhaps Arizona, I think they're going to stick with pick 4 and take Marvin Harrison Jr., but maybe with pick 5 with the LA Chargers, if you're really trying to shoot for the moon to get JJ McCarthy. Swerve says, you think Bowers might go earlier than expected? I would say possibly at pick, I think the Jets have the 10th pick. Let me just make sure. The Jets, pretty sure they're at pick 10. Yep, they're at pick 10. I would say the Jets is the most realistic as far as early as Brock Bowers could possibly go. And they may just be they really need an offensive tackle. They brought in Tyron Smith, but that's a Band-Aid. But they may just go all in for Aaron Rodgers this year. Forget the long-term future. Obviously, we should probably go after Joe Alt, but Brock Bowers helps us a lot more with Aaron Rodgers right now. So I would say the Jets at pick number 10. But it really hit me last night, man, when I said, if they can't trade up, I know I've been preaching 2 defensive players in the first round, but you know what? If Sam Darnold has to be the guy, you want to give him no wiggle room for any sort of excuses. So all the top receivers, they're going to be gone. But Brock Bowers, if he's there and you're not able to trade up, I would take him. That way he instantly gets a 3-headed monster on offense, not even including Aaron Jones for that matter. But then when Hawk is healthy, man, 4 dynamo players. The only thing you can do, to screw this up is take Bo Nix. I'm down for any of the other top 5 quarterbacks. Well, really, top 3 quarterbacks, realistically speaking. Because Daniels and Williams, they're going 2-1, respectively. Bill Lowe says, if we mortgage the future, I'm willing to downsize. I'm all right. Listen, man, I know some people may have taken today's video as just don't trade up, take a stab at a quarterback next year. I did say you have the opportunity to go after a quarterback next year, but that's only in the event that you're unable to trade up in this year's draft. We're acting like, the Patriots and the Vikings, they already have a deal in place, but Randy said no, so the deal is off, so they can't get Drake May. No, we're just glossing over the fact that it takes another team to agree to a deal and not have you absolutely fleeced. Now, the argument to that is, well, you give up 4 first-round picks to make this trade, and if it's for Drake May, I'm going to somewhat complain, hey, maybe you gave up too much, but I'm also going to be very excited because if this does work out, if Drake May is the quarterback of the future for the long haul, then screw the picks. It doesn't matter. It's not an overpay if you nail the pick. But that all depends on New England. If they don't want to trade, what else can you do? Do they really believe in JJ McCarthy to try and trade up to 5? The Chargers, they need quite a few positions. So trading back may be in their best interest. Not even maybe. Trading back is in the best interest of the Patriots as well. Now, whether they do it or not, Mike says overpay for May. Cool. I just don't want to see 3 first-round picks to trade up and take JJ McCarthy, bro. That's really it. You want to give up 11 and 23 for JJM? Fine. Oh God, can you imagine? Let's say if they did pull the trade off with New England. Yeah, piece of my wife's hair. If they did pull the trade off with New England and got up to pick 3 and selected JJ McCarthy, I would throw up. Oh, I'd be so I'd pass out. But we here. How much time is left? 19 minutes. Casey says some solid players that can produce would be real, whoever they may be, Skull Vikes. Nail your picks. I don't care how it gets done. Trade up, stand pat, trade down. But I'm super good. They stand pat and Brock Bowers is there. Phone it in. Not taking any phone calls. We're good. And then take Johnny New, or if Byron Murphy is there at 23, take him at 23. Either way, get one of those two D tackles that are presumably going to be available. Tony says, any word on tampering yet? No, actually, there was a word. It's funny. It's 24 hours after Adam Schefter said this could go down this week. 24 hours after that, he said, all right, a resolution is not going to happen this week, so the draft is unaffected. Which means that punishment, which should happen, would go down in next year's draft with Atlanta. Which don't give me this BS, National Football League, that it's not a big deal and you're just doing this for the sake of, well, if enough time passes, people will let it go and forget about it. Don't give me this. The reason why I've been taking this tampering situation so seriously, this investigation so seriously, is because the NFL forever have spoken out loud about how they think tampering jeopardizes the integrity of the shield. Well, you've been talking a lot of ish. Now's your time to step up. That's like that's like a dude that talks nonstop about, oh man, I can fight, and if somebody messes with me at the bar, I'm gonna give them a 1-2 jab. I train like 5 days a week at a local Gracie gym, and then what happens? You bump shoulders with somebody starts talking smack to that guy, and it's like, all right, you've been talking a lot of stuff. Now's your chance. You better bring the hammer down on the Falcons. That's all I'm saying. But no, it won't happen until next year. UConn says, Skull from Wisconsin. Skull! We ready, man. It's Logic says Byron going top 15. I don't think so. I doubt it. With the run of quarterbacks and receivers, you're going to have offensive linemen as well, edge rushers. I think Byron will go early 20s or like 19, right before 20. Top 15, I don't see that happening. I could be wrong. Ben's saying Byron at 9. Whoa, what is happening? Hey. Von Joyner, Vikings don't have the cojones to trade up. I disagree. I think they have been aggressive in their communications with New England, and New England has been playing hard to get. They've been tap dancing, just trying to garner, I think, a better offer from other teams, such as the New York Giants, to trade up. That if it's going to go down, obviously this should have happened. Ideally for the Vikings, if it was going to happen, this should have happened long before the draft. But if it is going to happen, it's going to, goodness, in the next pick one is going to start, or the Bears are going to be on the clock in 15 minutes. So I would say 8:30. We'll find out. Eastern, 7:30 Central. Put that on Do Not Disturb. Angel says, Randy, if we stick and pick, are you willing to put the Sean Mannion hat on for your next video? Excuse me. No, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good enough reason for me to do it. I don't want to make the bit tiresome. Although for some people, maybe it is a bit tiresome. I'll tell you what. If the Vikings were to select Jackson Powers Johnson, I would definitely put the hat back on and just switch characters. Be like, all right, this isn't Detective Mannion anymore. This is Detective Jackson Powers Johnson. Yukon says, see Metellis's tweet. All right, let's take a look at it. Well, let me share the screen here. Hold up. There we go. Boom. Let's look up Josh Metellus, shall we? All right. Is that how you spell his name? Or is it one T? There we go. No excuses 23. What was his tweet? His tweet was, I'll be at the draft party at 6 with some early insight. All right. Oh, he also says, great day to be a Vikings fan, tired of holding secrets. All right. So I'm assuming a deal is already in place for a trade. No disrespect, man, but I hate subtweeting, bro. Like, oh, something's about. I got this secret. I can't tell you, but what? Like, and then if nothing happens, if they just stick and pick, then what was the secret? Buffalo wing sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's, or Buffalo Wild Wings? What's the secret sauce there? I hate that. Like, just spit it out. Come on, come out with it. Tired of holding secrets. Well, you're still holding it, Josh. Love you as a player, but damn. That's Twitter for you. Angel says, thanks for the content tonight, Randy. I choose your channel over all the others. Hey, I appreciate that, man. How much time we got left? We got 12 minutes. Let me take this screen off. There we go. Can't wait for tonight. Tired of holding secrets. Well, like, what is that? And then like content creators that post like subtweets or whatever. And it's like, what? What do you mean? Like, tell us what? And it's just, dot, 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 dot. I got sources. Stay on the lookout. I can't say it right now. It's because you don't know. God. All right. Back on topic here. Rex says, no, trading JJ is stupid. I would not trade Justin Jefferson, which if the Vikings were to trade Justin Jefferson, which, I mean, I saw Amon-Ra St. Brown got his new deal. I mean, every new deal that happens for a receiver, it's just like, come on, man. It gets more and more expensive for Justin Jefferson. Well, maybe not, because the deal for him is going to surpass Nick Bosa. So it's not even position. It's more just highest paid non-quarterback type of contract. But no, I wouldn't trade Justin Jefferson. If you trade Justin Jefferson, then I take back everything I said 2 videos ago where it's, hey, give Kwesi a chance at least through 2024 before we have that conversation. No, if Jefferson gets traded or he forces his way out, then everybody should be fired immediately. Not at all. And Patriots Twitter. Oh my God. Just the amount of, we want 3 first-round picks and Justin Jefferson or no deal. Who do you think you are? My God. Tyrone, appreciate the super chat, says, looks like it's going to be Mavs versus T-Wolves Western Conference Finals. Hey, the Wolves looking really good, man. Naz Reid got sixth man of the year. I do love the fact that the way that the roster is orchestrated with Gobert, Cat, and Naz Reid, and with the versatility of Towns and Reid, the Wolves have the luxury of always having two quality bigs on the floor at all times. That's impressive. And Jaden McDaniels, I mean, he's not a big, but he's a big wing. They got size on him. But yeah, the Mavericks, I think they're going to have a nice playoff run. Ben says, bro, get the F out of here. Clips in 7. Yeah, all right. You got James Harden, who sucks in the playoffs. You got Kawhi Leonard, who is game by game. You don't know if his knees are going to hold up. And then you've got Paul George, who also has a history of not necessarily performing well in the playoffs. Meanwhile, you have Luka Doncic, who I believe offensively is the second coming of LeBron James, and Kyrie Irving. Like, and the role players, as long as they're hitting their shots, and Lively and Gafford, they're getting their rebounds, they'll be good. See. Kevin says, no, it's my sauces, not my sources. Sweet Baby Ray's versus Buffalo Wild Wings sauce versus Frank's. Yeah, I hate when people do that, man. Something's about to happen. I can't. Oh, I swore to secrecy. I can't give the full details, but there's going to be a crazy announcement tomorrow. And then the announcement doesn't happen. And it's like, hey, what happened, man? Well, you know. Yeah. Subtweeting. Abolish subtweeting. Draft begins in 7 minutes. Excuse me. David says, I really don't want us to trade up for JJ Stick and pick him if he is available. I prefer not to trade up for JJ either, but I can get behind it. I'm fine with it. I mean, after the season ended, the college football season ended, I mean, we all saw these players, and the moment that they won the national championship is, oh, he could be, yeah, top of the second round. Best case, fringe first round pick. And now we're talking about top 5. Where did that happen? No, if they trade up for a quarterback, that's the Vikings telling everybody we believe in him, and we're going to put our careers on the line for this guy. Ain't no mistake about it. Whatever quarterback they select, he better be lights out, because if not, everybody's getting fired. But I'm okay with it. JJ McCarthy, it's not ideal. You lose 11-23. Don't pick again until the 4th round. As long as you protect that first round pick next year, sure. Tyrone, yeah, I just answered that question right there. No, I don't. Oh, do you think the Vikings should trade up? No. Do I think the Vikings will trade up for JJ? I think it's likely. But no, I don't think they should. But it doesn't matter what I think. Rick says, hey, Randy, what up? What up, Rick? Coburg says, trade down and tank. It's tough to do that. The roster's too good to end up with the number 1 pick organically. you need to have a first round pick from another team, a team that's going to be bad, like Chicago got from Carolina. Possibly could have made that happen if you were to say, oh, I don't know, trade Daniil Hunter by the trade deadline, knowing that you weren't going to re-sign him. But I digress. Hiru says, have you watched the new X-Men show on Disney Plus? It's really good. No, I have not. I have done that purposefully because I can't sit and wait week by week for a episode. I'm waiting for it to be done this season, which I Googled it. I think it said May 12th or May 15th, something like that, when all the episodes are going to be there. And then I'm just going to binge it. I can't handle a show like that I absolutely love. I love the X-Men. I think they would body the Avengers. But I can't just watch it and then, oh, I got to wait till next week. I can't do it. I heard it's really good though, but I'm waiting. Cyrus just joined. Has Randy talked about the AJ Brown got an extension? No, he didn't. They just gave a big contract to Devontae Smith. How and all that money they're giving to Jalen Hurts. They're also giving more money to AJ Brown. No, they're not. I don't believe you. Liar. Oh my gosh. What? It's true. What's the money? 3-year extension for $96 million. Total guarantee of $84 million. How are they doing this? Are they just deferring? They're just backloading everything. Void years for like 15 straight seasons. Wide receiver 1, 2, and the quarterback. They're paying all this money. That's wild. Howie Roseman. He's one of the best GMs in the league, man. Cyrus said, I called him a liar. I did. It's not fiscally possible. But they made it work. That just sounds like in 3 years, they're going to be in cap hell. I'm very interested in seeing the structures of these new contracts that they gave to their 2 wide receivers. Like how are they still able to afford Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata? Like how are they able to do that? Beats me. Ant says, "Can this just start?" You're telling me. In fact, I would motion for the NFL to have the draft start a month earlier. These last 4 weeks, bro, has just been awful. Where you're seeing the same stuff, like just media members, content creators. You're seeing them recycle the same reporting, the same takes, whatever. Week after week after week. Oh, the Vikings, they're really trying to move up. They're trying to make phone calls. And I don't get me wrong, every morning I get up and I say, is there something interesting worth talking about? Or is there something that I'm thinking about philosophically that I can talk about? And just the amount of okay, the Vikings they really like JJ McCarthy. They really like Drake May. Okay, you said that 3 weeks ago. What new information is there? None. But 1 second. Chicago Bears. Well, Roger Goodell, he's got to give his little speech at the podium. But then Chicago Bears will be on the clock. I've never noticed just the repetitive coverage of the same topic, not even the same topics, but nothing different about those topics, just repeating the same information that you gave a couple of days ago. That was exhausting. But we here now. No more speculation. David says, will the Bears take 15 minutes? I hope so. Because if they take 15 minutes, that means they forfeit their first or they get bumped down a pick. Each team, they get 10 minutes. Unless they changed it. Is it 15 minutes now? No, it's got to be 10 minutes. Yeah, take 15 minutes, Chicago. Rick says, I can't believe all the people that are there packed like sardines. They better hold their. That's got to be tough. They must have like 700 porta potties out there. That's rough. But the fans, they showing out. Edgar and DOD confirm it's 10 minutes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Nick A says, Randy, what's your final prediction on what they will do? I think if I had to rank them, I would say they trade up to the 5th pick with the Chargers and take JJ McCarthy. That's number 1. Number 2, I'll say they'll stand pat. And number 3, a miracle happens and they trade up with New England for pick number 3. So 5, stand pat, 3. But Chicago, are they officially on the clock yet? Did Goodell give his speech? Better. It's 8:03 now. They should have 7 more minutes. I'm excited. I'm fired up. You don't get your quarterback, get Brock Bowers and Johnny Newton. Ant says, why does the team with the first pick always take the full 10 minutes? Every team takes the full 10 minutes. They do it for, it was very annoying at me at first, but now I understand why they do it. I guess it doesn't take away the fact that it's still annoying for the viewer. But the reason they exhaust all 10 minutes, every team does, is for TV ad revenue. They want to milk this as and command the ratings. That's another thing too. The longer you can milk ratings, get ad revenue, it's good for business to take all 10 minutes. And all the organizations, they know that. Jabroni says, do you think JJ will be top 5 all time by the end of his career? I don't know. That's going to be a tough one. If he steps his game up in terms of scoring touchdowns, yes. Right now, he's great. He's on track to be an all-time great because of his ability to just gain a bleak ton of yards. He'll hit 2K at some point. He's got to score touchdowns at a crazy rate though to be top 5, because you figure Moss, Jerry Rice, Megatron. What other? Marvin Harrison, I would say, is outside looking in. There are some great receivers that he's going to have to pass. He's got to score touchdowns. I would say top 10-ish if he keeps up on this same pace. But top 5, Get some TDs. Chris Carter, David brought him up. Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah. That's a lot of real estate to pass. That's tough. T.O. Terrell Owens. Yeah. I mean, it's endless. Yeah, I say Julio. I think I said Julio Loyola. But is that Goodell time to the commissioner? No. It's 8:06. The Bears should be on the clock right now. Oh, you no good SOBs. And the thing is, whether it's this or bad officiating or spreading out games on all these apps like Peacock or Amazon or whatever, as annoying as it is, the NFL knows how much they've got the country in a chokehold. No matter how goofy they are, we're going to watch it. This thing's at 8 o'clock, which means that Goodell should have been at the podium at 7:55 Eastern, to where Chicago, they're on the clock at 8 p.m. But instead, we're waiting for his speech still. And it's 8:07. You bums. But we're watching. How could you do that? You need to change this. This is ridiculous. Meanwhile, yep, turning it on. Oh, the NFL. All right. Now Roger Goodell is going to waltz his way on up there like a penguin. At 8:08. Steve Smith Sr. There's so many great receivers. I think he'll pass Steve Smith, though. Yes. Eminem, the GOAT. He's my GOAT rapper. Favorite one. In Detroit, might as well have him up there. Where do you rank Cousins all time for the Vikings? In terms of quarterbacks, second behind Tarkenton. But that's not saying much. Eminem, Detroit. I wonder if his fast food chain Mom's Spaghetti is catering out there. Rudolph says over Kramer. I think so. As far as talent, yeah. He's number 2. But again, it's with the Vikings. They have yet to get a championship. And so it's not really hard, I would say, for Cousins to be where he's at in my rankings, number 2 all times among Vikings quarterbacks. Come on, what are we doing right now? It's 8:10. Now we're bringing out all the Lions players. Like, we know who you are. We just saw you in the NFC Championship game. You already all right, Eminem's there. Oh, let's bring out the Lions players. Hey, I'm Jared Goff. Look at me in my jacket. Like, what a God. Hey guys, I'm Jared Goff. Hey, I just want to say go team. What is this? It is 8:10 p.m. I got kids I got to take to school in the morning. Like, people got to go to work. This draft is already going to take like 4 hours. And you're doing this BS? Everybody has to give a speech. Oh, here comes Megatron. Hey guys, I just want to say it's good to be here. It's good to be here right now. And oh, you no good SOBs. You, the NFL, not the players. It's just, but why are we doing this? Okay. So the time when the Vikings, if they stick and pick, when they are on the clock, it's 8:11 and Roger Goodell is still talking right now. So if they stick and pick, that's going to put the Vikings around 10 p.m. for pick 11 Eastern. All right. I could read his lips. The draft is now underway. You bums. I hate you. And yet I won't turn away. God. They really brought all those dudes out there. Hey, look, it's Jared Goff. What? He's here in Detroit, the city he plays in? Wow. That's business. That's business for you. So they're going to take Caleb Williams. And the draft for the Vikings starts at pick 3. That's going to be the drama right there. Everybody give it up for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, bro, get it started. We don't care. Aiden Hutchinson is here. Nobody cares. All right. So Caleb's going to go. And he's going to have a boat in Chicago. And they still have the 9th pick. They may end up getting a receiver if available. He's going to have a squad. Chicago, I mean, Ryan Poles. Can't hate on him now. I was clowning him at first, but the master plan is coming to fruition. I mean, he fleeced Carolina. Got DJ Moore out of the process. Got Keenan Allen. Selected Darnell Wright last year. Going to get Caleb Williams. Got the 9th pick after that. Tristan says, it's reported Pats aren't trading. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I guess I'm done with the speculation or the reporting because I've heard enough of the reporting that's been just stretched out for the last 6-7 weeks. When it gets here, we'll see what they do. I really want Drake May. I really do. But can't force the team to accept the trade. Joe says, what are the chances Herbert goes to the Vikings? I mean, it sounds nice. It's fun to speculate on, but they're going to take the Chargers would take, I think, $90 million in dead cap. They're not going to do that. Although you stripped him of both his wide receiver 1 and 2, you're paying an expensive quarterback. Why do that? I mean, now the only receiver that I know of that's going to get some PT unless they make moves is Quentin Johnston, and he was a disaster last year. But no, they're. I mean, DOD, I would love it too. I would absolutely love Justin Herbert, but they're not going to do that. Plus, you're about to pay, presumably, Justin Jefferson, so you're already paying Hawkinson. You're going to have to pay Christian Darrisaw. It's not going to. I would say it fiscally doesn't make sense, but we just saw what Philadelphia pulled off, giving AJ Brown an extension after just giving Devontae Smith a new contract. After just giving Jalen Hurts a new contract. Like, those void years are gonna they're gonna hurt like hell for Philadelphia. Because there's no way they can just make that work at a standard level. So 5 more minutes. What's everybody drinking, man? We gotta do something to get through the milking that the NFL is doing, that every team is going to end up doing. This is a hazy IPA with orange, some orange. It's pretty good. DOD says Miller Lite. Lawrence Lawrence says I'm drinking bleach. This is painful. This is so painful. Hey, let's suffer together, man. I'm glad you guys are here on this stream. Have some fun. Make fun of the league while we give them ratings at the same time. The pick is in. I wonder who they're going to select. Did they bring Charles Tillman to announce the pick for Chicago? Vikings fan 123 whiskey. Hey. All right now. Dreamer says, "Do you have a skit for when we trade back?" I was going to do a skit like ahead of time, anticipating a trade up, but things have gotten so murky that I didn't want to put all that time in for it to not work out. I don't have a skit ready right now. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll think of something. But as of right now, no. Howard says Natty Light. Daryl says ran out of Crown. Damn. Ran out of Crown, stuck with beer. Are y'all off work tomorrow? Whiskey Crown. Chicago. Caleb Williams. There it is. At 8:19, almost 8:20, the pick was announced. 8:20, officially, he's walking towards the stage. That's the first pick in the draft that was supposed to start at 8 p.m., where each team gets 10 minutes. And it's 8:20. You bums. Ah! Prince says Blue Moon and Jaeger. Yeah, y'all must be off work tomorrow. Jaeger. Whiskey? Crown? All of it. Hey, Jabroni. Oh, that's a good one right there. All right, so now Washington's on the clock. I mean, I'm about 98% sure they're going to take Jaden Daniels, but you get the reporting. It's a lying season. Oh, maybe they're not. No, they're taking a quarterback. They got a new owner, new regime. Makes sense. Started off hot. Number 2 pick. He's nice, man. We were talking about Jaden Daniels the moment the offseason started on this channel heavily. I said, man, the way he moves with the football, the way he scrambles like Lamar Jackson, I think I don't even know if this is a hot take. It shouldn't be a hot take. I think he's a better passer coming out of college than Lamar Jackson was at Louisville. There were questions about Lamar Jackson out of Louisville as far as, all right, can he be a quarterback at the next level? With Jaden Daniels, there's no question about that. But man, I was really hoping we had a chance, and nope. He's going to Washington. Smitty says Daniels in Washington would open up our trade up. That's a very, very good point. Because I did see the reports that the Patriots, they really, really wanted Jaden Daniels, and that if he was there at 3, it's a lock. But all the talks are around Drake May. Do they believe in him? JJ McCarthy. So, hey, 5 minutes left until this pick is in for Washington, and it's time to get nuts. This is where I don't care about any more reports. I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that, whatever. Nope, don't care. I want to see it happen. Tired of the speculations, man. And then if a trade does happen, it's time to then quickly find out what the compensation was. 4 first-round picks, if that's your guy. I have said by any means necessary. I mean, I'll sit here and say, all right, I don't know if it's worth it, but if he's the guy, I don't think there's a thing such as overpaying. Even though gosh, 4 first-round picks. Or maybe 11, 23 in next year's first and a future third. Maybe that will get it done. But 4 first-round picks, man, that was set a new precedent for trading up from that far back. Not even that far back. It's not that bad of a distance. But man, I agree with misguided Nuke saying 4 first rounders is steep. I agree. It's really just, and man, I've seen local beat writers that they're implying what Diana Rossini, what Charlie Walters has been saying, that this regime, their jobs could be on the line. And when your job is on the line, you take that extra risk that you normally otherwise wouldn't take. Bro, if the trade happens, they give up 4 first. I mean, I'll get over it very quickly if Drake May is absolutely fantastic. But first, we need to see if the trade actually happens. Hey, 2.5 minutes left. Somebody's at the podium. Is a trade being announced? Daryl says the pick is in. Yep, I see it. Which means, all right, cinema. It's about to go down. It's get ready. Does the trade happen? And then if it does happen, what's the compensation? And then if it does happen, are you just take Drake May? Don't do all this work for JJ McCarthy. Woo! Pick his end. Now, it's going to be Jaden Daniels. Oh my God. The anticipation is killing me. Does it go down? Or like, all right, wait till 11 or see what happens at pick 5. I guess, yeah, JJ McCarthy. Yay. Nah, it's fine. If they make that happen, I guess I'm okay with it. Be a bit of a bummer, though. Jaden Daniels, there it is. Okay. Now it starts. Now it begins. Come on, man. This is what it's all about. This right here. This is where the draft begins. And I guess now would be the time to get on. You know what? I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Now's the time to get on Twitter. Because if a trade does happen, I mean, we'll find out here. Come on, Ian. Blah, blah, blah. No, nothing. Tom! Nope, they're talking Jaden Daniels. Come on, man. Do your jobs. We know who got picked at number 2. Schefter. Come on. Come on. All right, they're still on the clock. Pick is not in. 6.5 minutes away. One source said 34 seconds ago. One source said there's 0 chance the Patriots trade the number 3 overall pick. They will stick and take their quarterback of the future. All right. Well, that absolutely sucks. Okay. So we're gonna. I guess then the focus shifts to if you can trade up to pick number 5. I mean, at this point, bro, I would take my chances and stick and see if JJ falls to you at 11, or if not, go with what I talked about earlier today in today's vid. But just in case, check Schefter one more time. Said one source said there is 0 chance. Yeah, but Woj is right on everything. Okay, 5.5 minutes left. So this tells me that they're still on the phones right now. It's still counting down, 5:20 and counting. Come on. Give me something. And you know what? Screw the Patriots. They don't want to do it. Fine. Says the pick is in. It said take JJ McCarthy. Oh my God. Let the reports be true that you are infatuated with this guy. Take JJ McCarthy. And boy, it's going to get wild. But they're probably going to take Drake May, right? There's no way they do anything goofy. Pick is in, pick is in, pick is in. They're still talking to Jaden Daniels, whatever. Is this a situation where the pick is in that they're taking JJ McCarthy, or is this a situation where they say the pick is in, but a trade has happened, but it hasn't been announced yet, and the pick is in by that other team that just traded for the number 3 pick? Ooh. Any reporting? Any reporting? Anything? Come on. Nope, doesn't look like anything. Schefter's on the screen right now, pointing fingers emphatically while he's talking, which only means that it looks like the Patriots are indeed making a pick right now. Let it be JJ McCarthy. That's all we have left to hope for. Let it be JJ McCarthy. So that way, Drake May is still a possibility. Okay. Well, this is dramatic. No, it doesn't look like any trades have happened. They're coming out. Okay. Okay. Come on. JJ. Take JJ, you cowards. Yeah, they took Drake May. Well, okay. All right. Okay. Damn. Damn, bro. Damn. All right. I was rooting for it. Was hoping. Move on. Okay. Listen, let your thoughts be known. Are you feeling disappointed to where, all right, now we got to do what we can to trade up with either the Cardinals or the Chargers so we can get JJ McCarthy? I'm of the mindset, hey, stick and pick. See if he falls to you. And if not, Bowers, Newton, or Murphy at 23 after Bowers at 11. Stick and pick, man. Frank, you're there with me. David, you're there with me. Stick and pick. That's where I'm at. All right, the draft has officially started for the Vikings then. Dang. Oh, we got dudes ready to fire ready to fire the regime. Just don't screw up. It wasn't in the cards. It just didn't work out. You weren't able to make that trade. They either were just saying, nah, we're going to take a QB, or they were asking for a stupid ass haul that was just not even worth the investment. But okay, do what you can with what you have. Don't stick out your bottom lip just yet. In fact, actually, let me put the screen back up because, I mean, everything's in play now. The Vikings might be trading up right now. I hope not. I hope not. But I will say, as much as it will annoy me to trade up for JJ McCarthy, I can get behind it if and only if 2025's first round pick is protected. You give up 11-23 and next year's first for JJM. Yeah, that's going to be tough. But if he turns out to be great, like everyone has propped him up to be, man, if everybody, if God, if people just didn't do this propaganda with JJ McCarthy, all right, fine. You think he's great. All you had to do was shut the hell up. And you could have got him at 42. You wouldn't have even needed to do this trade with Houston. You could have got him at 42 or even with the trade at 23. But no, we JJ McCarthy. Oh, well, John, let me tell you about the things that people don't notice about him. And his draft stock rises like 30 slots. God! If you wanted JJ McCarthy, we could have gotten him at the right value, at the right rate. At 11, you could still get a non-quarterback impact player, instant day one starter, and then JJ McCarthy at 42. But no, we if we want him now, it went from 42 to 4 or 5. God. Okay. Nah. All right. I'm done. Rant over. Okay. All we had to, just had to shut up. Okay. Paul says Kwesi doesn't have the cojones to do anything. I think they tried. Now, I did see some reporting by Jeremy Fowler that the thought is with the Vikings that they're trying to trade up, but they're also trying to not trade. They're not trying to include pick 23 in the process. If that's the difference between not being able to get the third pick and getting Drake May, trading or not trading 23, and it was Kwesi's decision. If that's true, he should be fired. But I don't believe that's true. I hope that's not true. But local media, they're getting on that ass. All of it, job security. They're implying it. It's not just Diana Rossini. It's not just reacting to what Rossini said. All right, so pick is in, Cardinals. It doesn't look like a trade. Why did I take that screen off? Let's put this back on. Stugotz. Savage Sports. Leader of Patriots Twitter. Stick and pick at 11 and 23. I don't see anything at all. Oh, there's Phil. Hey, they got a packed house over there. Little draft party. So they selected Marvin Harrison Jr. That dude's a beast. Okay. Chargers on the clock. All right. So if they're going to trade up, I think this is the last spot. The last possible team that's willing to trade down that I would think would trade down. I would think if you're going to trade up, if you're hell bent on doing it, the Chargers, they have the most incentives to go ahead and trade down. But again, if you're trying to trade up, it's for JJ McCarthy, which stick and pick. I'll take my chances. If he's not there at 11, the sky's not falling. Man, F this, bro. Get Brock Bowers. Don't give a damn. Not relying on the Patriots to solve all our problems. Fine. Take a quarterback. All right. Come on. Schefter. What do you got? No, don't give all. Now you're just reacting to MHJ. Tom. All right. Okay. Mm. 6 minutes left. Chargers on the clock. Maybe they're on the phones right now. KCO. Oh, that brings up a good point. The Giants have been talked about as far as a team trading up. I'm not outraged right now. I'm not. I knew this was a possibility that you couldn't trade up. Stick and pick. You got 2 first-round picks. You know how many teams would kill for that right now? Goodness, you got the Cardinals, they got 2. Bears got 2. Vikings got 2. Nail these 2 picks, bro. You don't pick again until the 4th. That's day 3. I wouldn't anticipate trading up into day 2 tomorrow. You don't have a second round pick this year or next year. KCL says we getting Knicks, bro. I swear to God. I would like to think that this has probably been the longest stretch of optimism that I have had towards this team, that to where, oddly enough, I'm fighting off the naysayers. Hey, don't be doom and gloom. It's good times ahead. The Vikings, they're still in a great spot. You draft Bo Nix in the first round. Oh my God. Draft Bo Nix, bro. Everybody's fired. I'm going to switch my tune up so damn fast. Okay. All right, let's get back to it. 4 minutes left. I mean, they're probably just stretching out the time, or they could be on the phones. We have no idea. We're not getting any sort of reporting. Let's see. We're not getting any sort of reporting on what the Chargers are doing right now. 3.5 minutes left. Pick is not in. I don't know. Josh Metellus, what was that secret? What was the secret? Any updates? Tired of holding? See now you got people excited this morning. Great day to be a Vikings fan. Tired of holding secrets today, which implies that something big is about to happen. Although, maybe that could be right now. 3 minutes left, under 3 minutes left for the Chargers. Still on the clock. No indication that the pick is in, but there's no reporting on what. Come on, Ian. The Chargers are picking no trade, which means the Giants. You know what? I hope the Giants do take JJ McCarthy, so that way the Vikings don't have to trade up for him. Or even if they pass on him, no one else is going to take a quarterback, right? Tennessee, Atlanta, but then again, Denver, you got to worry about them, or the Raiders, you got to worry about them, which really incentivizes the Vikings to keep trying to trade up. Okay. We on now. Josh is ready to fire Quasi. I'm not there yet. Not there yet. Minute 40 left. Barry says the pick is in. It's still counting down. Will the Giants take JJ? Hey, this setting up nicely. Brock Bowers at 11. Give me that all day. Or just, I guess I gotta, whatever they end up doing. Now the pick is in. We'll see what they do. I would expect for the Chargers to take a receiver, and I mean, it would make sense to go either Malik Neighbors or Rome Odunze, if I had to guess. So, okay, stick and pick. That's what we're looking at right now. But I really want to know what that big secret is that Josh Metellus is just tired of holding back. Great day to be a Vikings fan. Sick of holding secrets today. All the subtweets. Good Lord. It did not come to fruition. Okay. Schefter is reporting Chargers turned away trade offers for Justin Herbert. Yeah, it just financially doesn't make sense. I wonder if the Vikings were part of those calls. Hey, yay. All right. Pick is in. I would think a receiver right here. Roger Goodell's at the podium. They took Joe Alt. Okay. So they're gonna have him play right tackle then? Because okay. I mean, they needed an offensive tackle. They needed a right tackle, but I mean they got Rashawn Slater. Okay. They just went best player available. Good for them. I would not have expected that. Okay. That shocks me. So Giants are on the clock. Tazify is saying Malik to the Giants. Or JJ McCarthy. Wow. That's kind of a shocker, right? You already got Slater. I mean, unless you're like, all right, we're going to just move you to right tackle. Okay. But but then again, it's a Jim Harbaugh led team. He wants a strong run game and offensive lineman, and he's probably thinking, you know what, I don't care if this dude is supposed to be the next great left tackle. We'll make him work at right tackle. Okay. Wow. That's KCO says Giants got to be taking JJ, bro. I'm done. I hope they do take JJ just for the chaos. Because I'm not as high. Like we shouldn't even be in this situation where we're hoping that the Giants at pick 6 don't take JJ McCarthy. This dude was going to be a second round pick until the propaganda, the JJ McCarthy fan club started yapping and flapping their gums. It just started talking this whole campaign that raised them like 30 slots. This wouldn't happen. They really took Joe Alt. That's all right. If he can play right side. YGF says, bro, if they take JJ, Vikings fans on Twitter and Instagram going to be in shambles. They really will. That's it. Don't trade up. If he falls to you, you want to take him at 11, go ahead. Like, whatever. Yeah, Daniel Jones, that dude, he's bad. People want to talk about couch GMs and stuff all the time. I said it real time. You remember when ESPN last offseason was doing coverage on Daniel Jones watch? Or I didn't like, oh, they're gonna sign him and Saquon Barkley. Are they gonna give? They gotta give. What are they gonna do about that contract? You gotta pay Daniel Jones. They were doing. Oh, they're showing JJ McCarthy on the screen when the Giants says the pick is here. You know what? Bring on the chaos. Bring it on. Yo, if okay. They're showing Malik Neighbors right now. If I were the Giants, like, aside from the chaos I want to see, they should take JJ McCarthy. Daniel Jones sucks. Like, he's respectfully, like, as a human being, I'm sure he's great and he's wonderful and all that fun stuff. As a quarterback, he is god awful. Awful. But they may want to, I don't know. Could take Malik Neighbors right now. I can't believe the Chargers took Joe Alt. That's wow. All right, so they took Malik Neighbors. Okay. So now Tennessee is on the clock. And at this point, none of the teams left that's going to have a pick before 11. None of them are going to take a quarterback. But Denver and Vegas, I would imagine they are. Denver especially. With Sean Payton, I know he's extra aggressive right now saying we need a quarterback. Russell Wilson, that was a complete failure. We need a quarterback. I bet you the Broncos are aggressive as hell right now. So the Vikings, I mean, maybe they're still trying to trade up as well. But the Broncos, I wouldn't put it past them that they're on the phones right now. But 6.5 minutes left. Tennessee is still on the clock. I guess, let me bring the screen back up. I don't know why let's bring the screen back up. Okay. Vikings Twitter's already. Oh, man. Quasi spotted outside of the war room with. All right, that was 2 minutes ago. So did something happen, like a trade that I don't know about? Because that seemed this tweet right here by TPP implies that Quasi just went off and did some boss type of stuff, but I don't see any reporting. Oh, nothing. I forgot right now. They're just all the insiders are just reacting to the picks right now, but I'm hoping Schefter can give me something. All right. What about Ian? The Giants bluffed at quarterback, blah, blah. All right. Dog, Josh Metellus, I'm not forgiving you, bro. I'm not forgiving you at all for this tweet right here. Tired of holding secrets. What secrets? Ah, God. Love you as a Swiss Army knife of a player. Can put them all anywhere on the field. Even as an edge rusher. But my God, what was this about? Tired of holding secrets. What, like promo codes for a 10% discount on jerseys? Ryan says had me hyped up. That's what subtweeting does. It gets people hyped up to be like, oh, what could it be? What could it's like if you're gonna do that, just effing say it. But then if it doesn't happen, like again, I'm not really mad at Josh Metellus. I mean, I'm annoyed right now. But I'm talking about content creators. Like or like those that, hey, I got this information because it's the adrenaline rush. The high now is to be first and to get the credit. So hey, yeah, something's gonna happen. It's gonna go down. I've heard conversations. A deal has been made. They're just waiting on this. Well, here we are. Big announcement soon. I'm not mad. I did a video on this earlier today, this morning, covering this exact scenario. The pick is in, and it looks like, Titans. I'm not sure who. I bet you Joe Alt going to the Chargers really just messed up the Titans' thought process. Let's go back, see if there's any inside reporting. Yeah, this was an account too. I saw Shredder Files, who was subtweeting and implying a bunch of stuff, and I think he said Happy Drake May Day earlier this morning. He did Happy May Day, and basically subtweeting, hey, something's about to go down, and it didn't happen. That's what I'm saying. I don't see the point of doing that. Like when when are us regular Twitter folks going to get inside information ahead of guys like Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, and Tom Pelissero? When has that ever happened? Ridiculous. Got people's hopes up. Big Zen still have no idea what's going down. See if Schefter has anything to say. Oh, Schefter bomb. In recent weeks, both the Patriots and Vikings reached out to the Chargers to see if they had any interest in trading quarterback Justin Herbert. The answer was very quickly a flat no. Not only do the Chargers love Herbert, but they would also have had to take on $63.5 million dead cap hit for the coming season. At a time, they have $32.3 million. So the Vikings were calling the Chargers about Justin Herbert. I thought this was just a thing to bring up and say, hey, should the Vikings trade for Herbert? Of course they're not going to trade for Herbert. As in, they're not even going to try. Because why do that with the cap hit that LA is going to have to take on? But they, according to Schefter, they tried. Ooh. Ryan says, I thought it was 92. That 63.5. You know what? Fact check that. It was like $85-90 million. I mean, I guess unless they did a post June 1st trade. Oh, so if okay, there it is. Yeah, if it's a no, if it's a pre June 1st trade, it would be 63 and a half, but then post June 1st, I swear, I got that wrong. Either way, it was a bleep ton of money. But the Vikings called and asked. Not only were they trying to trade up with New England, they were trying to get Justin Herbert. Is everybody ready to fire Kwesi right now? Are those the vibes? They take, yeah, the Chargers taking Joe Alt really screwed the Titans up. They end up taking the second offensive tackle, J.C. Latham. I thought for sure Joe Alt would go to Tennessee. Now the Atlanta Falcons, who don't deserve their pick right now, but whatever. Well, if you want J.J. McCarthy, you got to weather the storm here and hope that Denver does not trade up. They don't jump ahead of you. Chicago, Roma Dunze is still on the board, isn't he? So I would imagine Chicago, they will go after him. Neighbor's gone. Obviously, MHJ is gone. Chicago, they may stand pat. So then you would just have to hope that the Jets don't end up trading back with Denver. So we're getting close here, folks. Because Denver, they're at what, 12? Right after Minnesota. And Vegas, too. And they know that if they do want J.J. McCarthy, they know the Vikings are coming up. So the pressure is on for them. But I'm chilling. I'm not ready to fire Kwesi yet. Like it just wasn't in the cards. Says the pick is in. Arthur Blank is right there, shaking hands. So 2 more picks and hope that Denver or the Raiders don't jump you. See if there's any more reporting, anything new. Kirk Cousins' heir has been chosen in Atlanta. What? Did they just take J.J. McCarthy? All right, there's a lot of reaction going on right now. Atlanta must have done something wild. Pick is in. Let's see. Did they really just take a quarterback? They're not supposed to have a first round pick right now. You guys are saying Penix? No. Everybody's saying Penix. They took Penix over J.J. McCarthy? Hey, Brock Bowers, if he gets past the Jets and your quarterback is gone, your guy, the last of your guys are gone, get Brock Bowers. Well, they're showing Penix on screen right now. at his draft party. Everyone's saying Penix. I haven't seen anything yet. And I know because I'm streaming the draft, I'm probably 30 seconds behind, but it's been like 2 minutes that I'm seeing. All right, hold on. Something from Ian. Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, that's an old tweet. You're not saying anything new. Schefter. Nothing. Ian. Nothing. Tom. Nothing. All right, we're about to find out right now, right? The way this camera angle is, it's close up, makes it appear that Roger Goodell is about to walk out. Everyone's saying Penix. I've seen nothing to indicate that yet. Oh my God. Get on with it, bro. The pick was in for like 3 minutes. Get your asses out there. All right, there's Roger. Where are y'all getting this information, Penix? No! Yo! Kirk Cousins is so pissed right now. He couldn't. Yo, we were talking about Kyle Sloter. Kyle Sloter was a threat to Kirk Cousins and his feelings. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's amazing. Oh, I'm crying. Oh God. What? Okay. This dude is heated. He's so mad. the first pick six he throws, because he will throw multiple pick sixes this year. He definitely will do it. The first pick six he throws, those fans are gonna be calling for Michael Penix. What? What are you doing? Okay. You were threatened by Kyle Sloter, you bum. How are you going to handle this now? Oh. Hey, you see how we got all these cameras, all these draft parties? Can we get a camera on Kirk? No, where's Kirk at? I would pay money to see his face. Oh man, Jiminy Jellikers. What in the blue blazes? Yeah. Okay. Bears pick is in. So now, where am I? What is this? Oh, it's the draft. Okay. I got to get it together. This is very unprofessional. This is unprofessional. I can't do this. Okay. So presumably the Bears, they're going to take Rome Odunze. They're going to take Rome Odunze. And the Falcons really just took Michael Penix Jr. Oh, God. Isn't that, I would love a follow-up series from Netflix on Kirk Cousins' reactions right now. Hyru says, cue the Will Smith. That's a funny-ish meme. That's, ooh. Yeah, that's, I did not see this coming. I don't think anybody saw this coming. I mean, in all seriousness, though, why would you sign a quarterback and pay him $100 million guaranteed over 2 or 3 years, whatever it is, and then also draft a quarterback in the first round, your first pick? Why would you do that? Again, not our problem. It's just hilarious. Pick is in, Rome Odunze, I'm assuming. Excuse me. Yep, Rome Odunze out of Washington. Okay, so if you want JJ McCarthy, you just gotta hope that Denver doesn't trade with the Jets right now. What did the Jets even? They've got the 10th pick, and then after that, they've got only got the first round right here. We'll see what they do. But it looks like tentatively that the Vikings are about to get JJ McCarthy. Some of you are saying we traded. Trade. All right. Let's see. We trade up. The Minnesota Vikings, they tweeted the purple devil emoji. The Jets trade with the Vikings. Okay. So they're going to take JJ McCarthy right here. All right. To trade up one spot, what did you give up? One spot. Don't tell me 23 is involved. But the Vikings are on the clock. Woo! They're going to take JJ. So there's your quarterback. And let's see what the draft compensation. Let's see. Schefter is on screen right now, talking emphatically again. So I'm sure he's not tweeting. But Tom, I bet Tom knows. Okay. Trade details, according to Tom, 11, 4th round, and 5th round to the Jets. Okay. And Vikings get, obviously, pick 10, but also 203. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad. Not at all. That's nothing. They wanted to box out Denver and Vegas, and they did so successfully. So they're going to take JJ McCarthy at pick 11. So you've got the QB OTF. Pick is in. Adrian says, why jump the Jets? It's because you're trying to block out Denver. I assure you, Sean Payton was aggressive in trying to get a QB after moving on from Russell Wilson. Calculated risk. That's a very good point. Still got 23 as well. So essentially, after that, you didn't really give up much. Let's be real here. You're going to make the pick, JJM. You still have 23. Okay. Okay. So then we talk about Byron Murphy II or Johnny Newton, whoever's going to be available. they really took Michael Penix. So everyone's saying JJM is overrated. Y'all don't want him. I mean, that was always going to be the possibility that it really seemed like if they were going to get any quarterback, McCarthy was likely going to be that guy. And I'm okay with it. You didn't sacrifice 11 and 23. You gave up essentially nothing to move up one spot. They believe in this guy. Everything is riding on how successful he is. The JJ McCarthy propaganda boosted this guy up, so we'll see if the campaign was right. But I'm okay with it. I'm good. I was thinking, man, I don't know, Denver, Sean Payton, they might leapfrog. But I wonder if Denver was trying to make that trade up, which I have no doubt that they were, what were they offering? Because if it's 11, a fourth, and a fifth rounder to move up one spot and you get 203 after that, that's, I mean, Denver, what were you doing there, son? Tyrone says with the 10th pick, the Vikings select Bo Nix. I swear to God. No, don't do that. don't do that. Don't do that to me. They're going to take JJ McCarthy. I can't believe the Falcons. All right, aside from the fact that Kirk is probably looking silly as hell right now, if you're going to take a quarterback, you're going to take Penix over McCarthy, huh? And leave McCarthy, who I'm sure the Vikings were high on. I mean, it's funny how this is working out right now, unless I'm about to see that they selected Bo Nix. But that's crazy. Through all the chaos. Okay. They got the camera on him right now. He's got a big smile on his face. But he's there. You keep pick 23 and you protected your first for next year and you get your quarterback of the future. Listen, I may disagree about where he's getting selected and value and all that stuff, but you got a quarterback that you feel confident in and you keep 23, you protect your first round next year. I would say this is a win. I would say this is a win for Minnesota. It's funny how everyone in the chat was ready to fire Kwesi. They're ready to fire Kwesi and KOC, and somehow through the goofiness of Atlanta, man. Because if Atlanta went with JJ McCarthy, who I do think is the better player than Michael Penix, if they went with JJ McCarthy, then it's just okay. Do you test fate and see if you can take Penix at 23? This is for those that love JJ McCarthy, like he's the second coming of Jesus. This is a wild, just domino effect to how this is going to happen. But they believe in this guy. And I think that's all that matters. All we are going to have are the results. We can debate all we want to, but I mean, we were talking about McCarthy as in you got to give up 11 and 23 to Arizona and the Chargers, and then you don't pick again until the fourth round. And they gave up nothing to go up one spot to box out Denver or Vegas or both. And you still get pick 23. You got your first next year. That's a win. That's a win. That's a win for the Vikings. Okay. We have a family announcing the pick. Let's see it made official first. But I'm okay. I think this is good. It was looking rough for a second. Not to me. I would have went Brock Bowers at 11. Wouldn't have gave a damn. But all right, now they're about to announce it. I could read it. I could read it. I could read the little kid's words. JJ McCarthy. All right. Okay. All right. Your thoughts? Your thoughts? I'm okay. I'm good with this. Absolutely. I mean, I think the only thing, if you want something to complain about, the only thing is how you feel about JJ McCarthy and him as a prospect. But they believe in him. If it doesn't work out, everybody gets fired. I thought the McCarthy propaganda was about to price the Vikings out of their 2 first-round picks, and they'd have to give up the farm for this guy. No, he fell long enough to trade up for one spot to give up a 4th and a 5th, and you still get picked 23. We're still draft night is not over for us, folks. So you got JJ. Okay. What do you do at 23? DT. Solid. Yeah, I'm good with this. I mean, all the intangibles, all the intricacies of his game that I wouldn't even, I don't know. I can't even say definitively that, well, Michigan, they were hiding him and protecting him because he's limited in his skill sets. That's just the way Michigan played football last year. That's a Jim Harbaugh led team. It doesn't watch the Chargers with Justin Herbert. All the talent that he has, they allowed Mike Williams to walk away. They traded Keenan Allen. Watch with Justin Herbert. They're just going to run the football and dump offs to the tight ends and tough defense. They kept their 2 aging edge rushers. Maybe I'm open to the idea that JJ McCarthy could be special because we don't know anything. It's not even the QB gurus. Tell me anybody that has batted 1,000 in their quarterback projections. Nobody. But I'm open to the idea that he could be successful because anything's possible. But also, you didn't give up anything to trade up one spot. This is a win. This is a win. I mean, Stephen Waite says, bruh. Yeah, well, Stephen Waite, I think your Eagles are going to be in cap hell pretty soon here after that extension with A.J. Brown. I'm good with this. Damn, Brock Bowers. That would have been nice though. But this is, I will say, I will take this over rolling with Sam Darnold. Although if we had to roll with Sam Darnold, I'd be fine with what I mentioned in the video earlier today. But that's a win. That's a win. Kwesi cooked right there. He really did. Not trading up with New England, I think that sent the live stream, the chat, into a frenzy. Everybody was ready to fire him. But that's a good trade. You blocked off any possible trade ups Because with Penix being the QB4 in this draft, JJ McCarthy, that's your last hope. And if you were to lose out on him, then it's like, if you are going to take a quarterback, it's Bo Nix. No, he cooked. I give that an A move. How that happened. You still have pick 23 in next year's first. Cyborg said, now let's get O-line and make a run. Well, the only O-lineman that would make sense at 23 is Jackson Bowers Johnson. But you've got Garrett Bradbury for another year. No, you got to go DT. You got to address the interior defensive line. Either Byron Murphy or Johnny. If you get Johnny Newton, that's my favorite interior defensive lineman of this draft. You get Johnny Newton, A+. And guess what? I would bet that JJ McCarthy and all the excitement that he brings to the table, even though I don't believe in all the hype, but he could be good. I'm not going to go down that road anymore. I bet you that this gives Justin Jefferson reason to be like, all right, I'll sign that contract. Just a hunch. But wow. The JJ McCarthy campaign, and he ends up in Minnesota. I was like, there's no chance, but it happened. It's like a storybook ending, huh? I do love his ability to extend plays, get outside the pocket, the laser throws that he makes with just enough air under it to where it's not Brett Favre-ian like throws, but it's still he throws with some heat behind it. I mean, if those skills, if you see it if he can just manifest that into a larger scale, 22, 25 pass attempts per game, what he had at Michigan, it's not going to cut it. You're looking more like 32 plus. As long as he can do that on a large scale, he could be good. He could be very good. I say A+. I love. Why are we showing Bo Nix? Let me stop. It's probably a good kid and all that stuff. We didn't draft Bo Nix, so I'm gonna leave him alone. Broncos, the pick is in. Stephen Waite says, didn't Michigan run the ball like 90% of the time? Yeah, that's a Jim Harbaugh-led team. What he did in San Francisco when he was the head coach of the 49ers, what he did at Michigan, and I'm sure what he's going to do with Justin Herbert and the Chargers is just defense, which is why he allowed his two wide receivers, Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, to go. Traded Allen, let Williams walk in free agency. Preferred his two aging edge rushers, Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, because he prefers defense over receivers. That's just Jim Harbaugh. That's just how he does it. So, yeah, Michigan, they ran the ball a ton. They were a run-first team. But if anything, the argument for J.J. McCarthy, if I were to make one, is to say he was under the direction of a head coach that it's very Mike Zimmer-esque, but more of a team-friendly players coach type of guy, that he just wants defense and to run the ball. But if you unleash him with a head coach in a system under a guy like Kevin O'Connell, maybe he can be something special. I'm willing to get behind that. That's a win, bro. I still can't get over the fact that you kept pick 23. This is amazing. I went into this draft under the assumption that if they get JJ McCarthy, our night is done. That's it. But you still get a first-round pick. I don't think anybody saw this coming. Bro, that's Quasi's cooking, man. Blood Eagle says Randy White in God's name. I don't know. I don't know. That's amazing. Kyle Sloter was a threat to Kirk Cousins. Like he took Michael Penix. Beats me. Whoo! Nah, don't get me started on that because I'm gonna end up crying, laughing again, and that like I fell on the floor when I'm like, because for like 5 minutes after it was announced that the pick was in, everybody in the chat kept saying Penix, Penix, Penix. Like, there's no way. Why would they take Penix? I'm not seeing it. And looked on the Twitter, the insiders, Schefter, Rappaport, Pelissero. No, I'm like, where are you getting this information? And sure enough, they took Michael Penix. They're just signing Cousins. 200 million guaranteed. I can't do this anymore, man. Dave says, do you think they should go after Cooper DeJean from Iowa if he's still available? Nope. DT. You got to address the trenches, bro. You got to address the trenches. Man, if you get a DT, Quasi gets an A+. Facts. I think taking a corner would be a big mistake. You don't have enough pressure. In terms of interior defensive line pressure, I talked about this weeks ago. This was from Brett Coleman. Interior defensive line pressure, the Vikings were dead last. It doesn't matter if you could have Champ Bailey, prime Deion Sanders. You could have all the great cornerbacks you can think of. If you don't have pressure up front, you're relying on these cornerbacks to do cardio all game long, doing 5, 6, 7 Mississippi. You got to get pressure up front. Address the trenches. Please tell me the Broncos are selecting Bo Nix. This would make my night. This would be amazing. Take him. Oh my God, take him. All right. Roger Goodell. Oh, Broncos Nation. Let's scream. You did not take him with the 12th overall pick, you morons. What are you doing? Oh my God, you should have kept Russell Wilson. Oh God, this is amazing. Between the Falcons and the Broncos, I don't know what we're witnessing right now. You're gonna show the 3 times he threw it past 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. You slick SOBs. Show the real. Yeah, they took him at 12. They took Bo Nix at 12. Oh my God. All right. Yo, who's I can't handle this, man. I can't handle this. In one night, the Falcons and the Broncos damn near killed me. This is the worst quarterback in the draft. They took him at 12th overall. Woo! George Payton, and they're high-fiving each other. What is wrong with you? We did it, guys. Oh, okay. Oh, I can't. I can't. Yo, all I need is for some team to draft Spencer Rattler in the first round, and I'm gonna be finished. I'm damn near done right now. They took Bo Nix at pick 12. Cortland Sutton, get ready to catch screens, buddy. They really did that. They did that. 6 quarterbacks went in the like if you. I said, man, if Bo Nix goes in the first round, it'll be like 20 something. Let's see who. Then again, from the 20s on down, there isn't really a team that needs a quarterback, so I guess that makes sense. But still, you took him 12th overall. you. This has to be a joke. Where's Ashton Kutcher at? Hey, wait, hey, you in here? Where you at? You in there? Am I getting punked? God, I am crying right now. Okay. All right, I'm back. That was not professional. Okay. I'm so sorry. That was not professional. All right, pick is in for the Raiders. They're showing Brock Bowers. He's got the Raiders hat. Yeah, he's going to Vegas. Yo, crazy cooked, man. Back on track. Back on track. All right. We gotta get serious. All right, pick 23. Pick 23. Make your voices make your voices heard. Okay. KCO says, I want to know what the Falcons are smoking. They're smoking poison ivy. Dandelion seeds. YGM, you're with me, Byron or Newton. That's where I'm at, quite honestly. I'm ready. I can't handle. If Spencer Rattler gets taken in the first round, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I might pass out. I can't handle. This is better than stand up. This is the greatest draft of all time. I think the only thing that compares with this comedy right now is Bill Burr. That's it. This is amazing. I didn't know we were signing up for this, but we signed up for it. Here we are. That is awesome. Okay. Okay. All right. We're serious. Okay. Here we go. All right. El Jefe says, unpopular opinion, but I think the Falcons make. I'm not laughing at you, El Jefe. The totality of all of this is too much for me right now. You couldn't write this out if you tried. Kirk Cousins, who, my God, with the Vikings, we brought back Sean Mannion, 2 or 3 times to protect Kirk Cousins' feelings in the moment the Falcons side of the draft. The quarterback in the top 10. And then Denver, after getting shielded from trying to trade up for J.J. McCarthy, they end up settling. You want to talk about reach? They take Bo Nix at 12. But I'm done. Bill says get JJ and keep the 23rd. Good, I think. Thoughts? Right there with you. Quasi's cooking. I went into this draft thinking that, and I would assume all of us were thinking that if the Vikings were going to get JJ McCarthy, that means you trade up to 5 with the Chargers. 11 and 23 is gone, and you don't pick again until the 4th round. But you ended up trading one spot, giving up a fourth and a fifth. That means absolutely nothing. And you still keep pick 23. Total win. Jonathan says pick Byron or Chop. Byron. For me. Byron. And it's funny. People were ready to fire Quasi in the chat not that long ago. And then the way the draft fell, Atlanta, they're taking a quarterback. I was like, oh, they would take JJ McCarthy. They took Penix. So that allowed, I mean, things worked out. Normally, things work against the Vikings all the time, but that really worked out in the Vikings' favor. You don't really see that. It's a rarity. So our draft night is not done. We still have, after New Orleans, after their pick is in, 9 more picks to go. So we are going through this draft. Yeah, I can't. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. I can. Okay. All right. No, we're serious. Okay. Professional here. The Saints. What are they going to do with 2.5 minutes left before the pick has to be in? I have no idea. We'll see. That reaction video. I can't. I don't even know if I could do it. I'll do it after pick 23. I'll react to the picks and all that stuff. But oh my God. And you remember the vibes going into tonight when it started? They started like 15 minutes late before Chicago got on was on the clock. And we were just, oh, what are you doing, NFL? This is the greatest night of my life. Hope my wife didn't hear that. This is the greatest night of my life. This is amazing. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Pick is in. What are they gonna do? What are their needs? I don't know. I don't even care. Quasi's cooking, bro. I will say that. Eric Solomon, Newton for the one time. A+ draft. You don't pick again until day 3. I wouldn't expect for them to trade up to get into day 2. Quite honestly, this is as good as it gets. I would not have seen this coming where you have JJ McCarthy and you still have your 23rd pick. You're going to end up with 2 first-round picks, with one of them being your quarterback of the future. That's lovely. That's a gift. Jacob says, Randy, my dude, smashed already. No. Well, because my eyes are red? No, it's not. I'm not smoking anything. My eyes are red from crying of laughter because of Atlanta and Denver. And I'm trying not to. I probably look like I'm smashed. I'm not. I'm trying to keep it together. I'm trying, man. I didn't sign up for this, but I'm glad it's here. I'm glad we get to witness this together. Oh. Okay. The pick is in. Man, announce the pick. Dear God. What are you doing? All this analysis. The pick's been in for like 3 minutes. Yeah, this is. We're gonna get through this. We got 9 more picks. Whoa, 9 more picks after this. So it's gonna be an hour, another hour and a half. Oh, I'm gonna keep it together. Bo Nix at 12. All right. Talise Fuega from Oregon State, offensive tackle. So they bolstered their offensive line. Indiana, what do you do? What's best available? Who's let me okay, we're back. We're gonna take this seriously now. We're not if Spencer Rattler gets taken in the first round, like I I don't know if I can make it. Okay. I don't see a link where anything like as far in terms of best available right now. So anyway, 23 is what we care about. Byron, Johnny Newton. One of you mentioned Chop Robinson. No, I think you got to get something on the interior. Something. The Frosty dealer says Broncos country, let's ride. I say Broncos country, let's screen. All right, I'm done. Okay. Good says Quasi's cooking, dog. Yes, he is. He really is. So far, he gets an A+. Just don't take a corner because that's the Vikings thing to do. And I know that's with previous regimes or the previous regime. Just don't take a corner at 23. Get something on that D line. And it's like, bro, okay, McCarthy. Probably not a day one starter, or maybe he turns out to be. You never know. Maybe he beats out Sam Darnold in training camp. You got Jefferson, Addison handing the ball off to Aaron Jones. I'm with it. He could be good. Maybe I just don't see it. Maybe I'm just naive. But I'm more impressed with the fact that you gave up virtually nothing. You had to trade up to get him. I do believe that. You gave up nothing. You win. Excuse me. You win. A+ so far. Remember, I said the Vikings, they gotta work really hard to screw up this draft, and they have been excellent. Michael says, get an F in center. Jackson Powers Johnson. I think Johnny Newton, Byron Murphy II. But that's all right. We disagree. Okay, back. The Welsh Gamer, Harbaugh said McCarthy's the best QB in the draft. That gets me excited. I'll admit I need to do more homework on the kid, but I'm very excited. Well, I was about to say Quasi. Harbaugh is, dare I say, a bit biased when it comes to McCarthy, but I'm open to the possibility of him turning out to be good. And I think this certainly helps out your chances at if there was any sort of trepidation with Justin Jefferson signing a contract extension, wanting to know who the quarterback is going to be now that Kirk Cousins is gone. I think this is a much better situation to get that done opposed to a guy like Penix and certainly Bo Nix. Yeah. Who got selected 12th overall. Okay. B. Dunny says Cooper DeJean. I've seen his name come up a couple of times in this stream, but that's all right. We just disagree. Interior defensive line. I was wondering how long it would take for the lazy white corner comparisons or white corner conversation to turn into, oh, maybe he'll be a better safety. It's like, no, he's a good corner. But it happened. I think it was Mel Kiper who I saw that was on ESPN just talking about Cooper DeJean. Yeah, I think he'd be better fit as a safety. You know, that thing he does. This is amazing. This draft. First off, it's twofold because Kwesi is absolutely crushing it so far. He has another first round to go. The pick is in for the Colts. So we have 8 more picks until the Vikings are on the clock again. But Kwesi's crushing it. And secondly, this is one of the funniest things I've seen in my life. I would put this up with some of, I'm not even kidding, I would put this up with some of the best stand-ups I've ever seen. Like Patrice O'Neal, Elephant in the Room, anything Bill Burr has ever done, Dave Chappelle, early John Mulaney. This is cinema. I've never cried of laughter during an NFL draft, and I've done it twice. This is great. Nick A. No, we can't do. I just got over this, man. I just got over this. Okay. All right. Let me get off this comment before I laugh. Rick says we need a center. I agree. But this, whatever pick this is going to be, that's it until Saturday. So you got to make this count. I think what's going to make more of an impact is Byron Murphy II, who's still on the board right now, or Johnny Newton compared to Jackson Powers Johnson. I mean, some of you are saying Cooper DeJean. We've got a couple saying we need a center. Byron, Johnny. I mean, what's the consensus here? I wish I knew how to do a poll on this GD thing. Oh man, yeah. I think what's even more funny than the activity that the Falcons and the Broncos have done are the comments in the stat stream. Chat. Just joining Paper Forces, just joining the Falcons GM. Can you imagine if that was a thing where like NFL GMs had an auto draft and they had to turn it off, and he forgot to turn it off, and he went to, I don't know, go take a leak or something or get a beer, like, oh, I need a refresher, and come back, like, oh, what happened? Nah, man, y'all can't keep doing this. I'm trying to be professional here and do a show. and okay, all right, the pick is in. Who did they pick? I don't know. I don't care. Oh, Latu. Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice pick for them. Okay. Is Jared Verse still on the board? I don't think I've seen his name.
Am I drunk? Oh, I mean, I don't know. I may be drunk, but is Jared Verse still on the board? I don't think I've seen his name. No, it's been Lineman. Leatu Latu is he's the first edge rusher taken in this draft at pick 15. Let me check that one more time. I would have thought for sure at least one or two would have went in the top 10. No, Latu. It's the first one. Seattle, they are on the clock with less than 5 minutes left. I'm not. Which means that there's seven more picks after this one when the Vikings get back on. This man said that the Falcons GM leave auto draft on. Okay. Here we go. Hoople says first defensive player taken. Yeah. Wow. All offense, now defense. Pick 15. Yeah, Dallas Turner's there. Jared Verse. Hey, we're going to get a DT. I'm sure of it. Don't take a corner, bro. Welsh Gamer says, just wanted to donate another super chat. This has been a fun draft, made even more entertaining because of you, Randy. Love your work. Keep it up. Thanks, the Welsh Gamer. I appreciate that, man. I promise I'm really trying to do a professional show here. And I can't contain it tonight. This is the greatest thing of all time. I mean, the Vikings are kicking all sorts of ass right now. The Falcons and Broncos are fumbling. The comments about what the Falcons and Broncos have done have been outstanding. Everyone wanted to fire Kwesi early on. Everyone loves him now. No, I appreciate you guys joining in for this live stream. This is incredible, man. But I mean, there's the possibility. I mean, do you trade down from 23? I don't think you take that risk. I think, DT, I'm ready to give Kwesi an A+ for this draft. Because whatever they do, day 3 is a bonus. From the 4th round on out, you get a DT, it's over. You won. And all the talks that I thought were a little bit unfair, even with the assumption that they would not be able to get that quarterback in the 1st round, all the talks about their jobs being in jeopardy, I thought was a bit unfair. Now with this performance, you're set, man. Rudolph says, been following you since high school. I'm 26 now. You're my favorite person that covers the Vikings. Thanks, man. Man, Rudolph, you've been following since the beginning, those rough days. Thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate that. McSalty Gaming with the super chat. Thank you. Pick is in for Seattle. I need to. Is there a way? I need to know if there's a way to ban, not to ban, but just so I can mute Bo Nix, because it's getting me every time, man. Yeah. Ryanator, I don't know if you're trolling me right now, if you're being serious. I just got done crying, laughing, and I don't want to do it again because I'm trying to be serious and professional here, and I can't do it. I don't. McSalty Gaming says Atlanta said Kirk escape. No. No, 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 no. Whew. Whew. Okay. Let's 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 get off this draft, or not this draft. Let's get off the subject. I can't. Whoa. Let's see if there's any more reporting on if the Vikings are doing anything crazy. This is amazing. You couldn't ask. The only thing you could ask, like, for, like, in terms of being better than the results so far, is that if the Vikings were to be able to trade up with New England for pick number 3 and take Drake May. That's the only thing. But the problem is with that is that shortly after giving my initial reaction to that hypothetical scenario, the Vikings take Drake May, I would have turned the TV off and just given a separate, post draft reaction. All right, hey, 11-23 is gone. They selected, and I would have missed all of this comedy, cinema. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. But in terms of just reporting, okay, we're being serious. Ian Rappaport, nothing. Hour ago. Tom. Nope. Pick is in. What is Seattle doing? Shefty. Oh, and that the Vikings were making calls to try to trade for Justin Herbert. That's crazy. I need to mark that down so I don't forget that. That caught me off guard. That they were itching. And I think if not for the massive dead cap that the Chargers would take on, I think there's a good chance that Jim Harbaugh would be down for trading Justin Herbert. But apparently there's no reporting going on. I guess we're all in this together as far as how the draft is unfolding. Everyone's finding out at the same time. Excuse me. Seahawks. Rebel Vikings 912 with the super chat. I appreciate you. Seattle selects. Who's that? Couldn't tell, but oh, they took Byron Murphy. Okay, all right. So now we're in a little bit of a Someone in the chat said earlier that he's going to go top 15, just on the outside of that, at pick 16. But now this is where, all right, you got to get Johnny Newton. Come on, we got to get Johnny, bro. But if not, best player available, I'm assuming Chop. I really want to get Johnny. This really kind of messes things up, because the longer that Byron would have fell, the better. Oh my God, there's a trade! They traded the pick! Jacksonville traded the pick! The Vikings are now on the clock! Okay, wait! All right, what's the compensation? They're on the clock, and the pick is in! Wait, what happened? Johnny! Come on. Ian. No. Tom. Okay. Yeah, we'll find out the compensation later. Oh my God. I would figure this is impossible.
How did they make this happen? What assets do they have to give up? As long as it's not a first next year. I mean, come on. Take Johnny. Take Johnny. You get an A+. Johnny! Here's Johnny. Shefty. What is it? All right, I guess they're working out the details now. Oh my God! 2 trade ups in the first round? Come on. All right, they're hugging. Oh wait, that's Rob Schneider in Seattle. Come on, Johnny. Or an edge rusher. I mean, I'm okay with that too. Really want Johnny. Pick his head. Come on. As Goodell is getting up to the podium, come on, give me an update. Who's got the deets? Actually, no, Goodell's up there now. Okay. Minnesota Vikings select. Dallas Turner. Okay. 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 Not what I would have went with, but you can't argue against this pick. One of the best. The fact that he fell this far, down to 17, they traded up for this guy. Okay. Dallas Turner. You got JJ McCarthy and Dallas Turner. Quasi. You got it. You got it. Hell yeah, bro. I love this. I would have loved even more Johnny Newton. But okay. And you know, any sort of roster move made on the defensive side of the ball, you're getting the direct influence of Brian Flores, who overcompensated for the lack of talent he had last year. Now, one could say you're in an even worse spot this time around with Danielle Hunter being gone. But this is a great draft, man. Now I just need compensation. What's happening here? Nothing from Rap Tom. The Jaguars get number 23, right? 167, a 2025 third and fourth round. Done. Okay. You still got your first round pick? Are you serious right now? This might be the best first round I've ever seen from this team. That's amazing. Oh my God. Bro, you traded up for JJ McCarthy, giving up nothing. You got your quarterback of the future. You maintained not just pick 23, but also your first round pick next year. And you traded up again. 6 spots. Giving up 167. That's a fifth round pick. 167 and a future third and fourth rounder. Hey, bro. Okay. A+. I would have gone Johnny Newton, but I mean, you got one of the premier edge rushers in this draft and your quarterback of the future. You got 2 first round talents, one of them being your quarterback of the future. I mean, okay. I think that's gonna do it for the Vikings tonight? Wow. I'm fired up right now. Because after Byron went, I was just saying, oh, okay, well, the pressure's on. If we can get Johnny, gotta wait a while. And then all of a sudden, there's a trade, and I see the Vikings logo come up, and I'm just, whoa, what? Hey, man, you get JJ McCarthy and Dallas Turner. That's amazing. And you got your 2025 first round pick. And dude, F them picks next year. You don't have a second, third, or fourth next year. But I tell you what, you do have your first round pick and $100+ million in cap to use in free agency. And with this JJ McCarthy draft, selecting him, I would think that's going to excite Justin Jefferson to sign his deal. If there was any sort of hesitation from him as far as who's going to be the quarterback now that Kirk Cousins is gone. This is a win-win. Just all-around win for the Vikings. I could have never anticipated this type of outcome. It was, all right, trade up to 5 with the Chargers. 11-23 is gone. You get JJ McCarthy, and that's it. We'll see you on Saturday, folks. No, you traded up, giving up nothing to get JJ McCarthy, 23, and you get Dallas Turner, who might be the best edge rusher in this draft. I mean, folks, y'all were ready to fire Kwesi? This is one of the greatest nights of all time, where the Vikings smash it out of the park. And then you get comedy from the Falcons and the Broncos. That's amazing. I'm down. I'm down. Yeah. A+. All for one. I agree. I can't recall a better draft, a first round. And quite honestly, when you get to day 3, it's a crapshoot from there. But I can't recall a better draft than this as a Vikings fan in 24 years. This is it. This is the ceiling. This is as, I mean, I'm not going to say this is as good as it gets, but we have arrived. It's about time things go our way for once. Rex says, I'm going to get drunk. Do it safely. But, hey, we all deserve this, bro. I can't. I don't know what, like Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hands right now. I'm in shock. Because this has been so great that I don't know how to respond. I don't know what to do. I'm so used to the Vikings just screwing things up. But this is fantastic. I don't think is anyone upset about this draft? Does anyone think, oh, this is horrible? I can't find one thing to complain about at all. Tyrone says Brian Flores has something to do with this, right? Yeah. Every move made on defense, that's Brian Flores. His signature is right there. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to assume that this is it. even if you wanted to trade back into the first round, you don't have the assets really, but even if you wanted to, there's no player at this point worth doing that. I would say that our night is over. Let me just, let me give it 2 more picks. I have to see if Spencer Rattler gets taken. And the way this first round has gone, I have to see. Just let me give it 2 more picks after the Bengals. So I'll stick around for the Rams. No, 3 more picks because the Steelers, they're not going to do it. They've got Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Oh, Miami, they're not going to do it either. I don't know. I'll stick around for a little while longer. This has been great. The Edge 1975 to think we have a crap ton of cap space. Go Vikings. The draft pick. You have your first round pick next year. Think about this. Next year, 2025 offseason. You have your first round pick and $100 million in cap space. And if JJ McCarthy works out and he's the true QBOTF, Quasi cooking, bro. Quasi. I mean, I'm telling you, I've been very critical of him. At the same time, recently with all these talks of their jobs could be on the line, I say we're too early. Let it play out. Let's see what happens. But you could not ask for a better draft than this. You want to debate the players that we got and say what they could have. JJ McCarthy, for as hyped up as he was, saying, oh, top 5 pick. I mean, the fact that he fell and you were able to trade up to 10, one spot, just to box out Denver and Vegas from getting the rebound. That's fantastic. Keep him pick 23. And then addressing defense by getting Dallas Turner. This was not in the realm of possibility at all. That's like I'm still in shock right now because I don't know how to exactly process this. This is amazing. This is fantastic. This is as great of a draft that you can hope for in terms of like things being outside your control. We all have our players that we prefer, but as far as what the team actually does, you couldn't ask for anything better than this. I need to know if Spencer Rattler goes in the first round. A+ draft, man. It doesn't even matter what you do day 3. It's all a crapshoot. This was the meat and potatoes of your draft. Your 2 picks, 11 and 23, you turned that into 10 and 17. Trading up twice and protecting your first. This is the complete opposite of 2022 when Quasi got fleeced. The exact opposite. Dude, going up from 20, let's review what was actually given up again. Let's put this back on the screen. To go from 23 to 17, 167 and a future 3rd and 4th round pick. Whoop the damn do. We losing anything? Really? No. That's amazing. Two trades going up. 2022, I said, hey, bro, I don't know if Quasi knows what the hell it is that he's doing. 2 trades up in one draft, in one round, where you won. You win.
Jay Stone, joining after work, trying to catch up on the news. Give me a quick rundown if possible. Thanks. Around on me, Skull. Also, what you think of my boy Culpepper. Dante Culpepper? Not sure. Yeah, that's a whole can of worms I don't want to go down. But the rundown is we came into this draft. Okay, the Vikings, what's their draft starts at pick 3. Can they trade up with New England? It didn't happen. They ended up taking Drake May, and then they weren't able to trade up at all. The picks were coming in, and then we were just saying, all right, well, if anything, are they going to trade up to pick 5 with the Chargers? That didn't happen at all. They ended up taking Joe Alt, which I'm still flabbergasted by because they have Rashawn Slater at left tackle. So I'm guessing they're going to have Joe Alt at right tackle. But it kept falling and falling. And I said, all right, well, I would just stick and pick. Take your chances. JJ McCarthy, if he falls to you at 11, so be it. Go ahead and take him there. And then a wrench got thrown in the draft. 2 wrenches in the draft. The first one from Atlanta. They just signed Kirk Cousins to $100 million guaranteed. They went and They went and drafted Michael Penix Jr., which you would think why they take a quarterback, I have no idea. But if they are going to take a quarterback, JJ McCarthy, I think, is the better prospect. But they took Michael Penix Jr. And I said, okay, well, now you just have to shield off Denver and maybe Vegas to trade up ahead of you, to leapfrog you. And they got ahead of it. The Vikings, they traded up from 11 to 10, giving up, virtually nothing. I don't have it in front of me. It's like a fourth in this year and a 5th or future 5th. It doesn't matter. They gave up nothing to trade up one spot. They got JJ McCarthy. I haven't bought into the hype of him, but I'm open to him being really good. But you gave up nothing to make that happen. Bam. And then Bo Nix. I'm not going to cry and laugh again. Bo Nix got taken 12th overall. I know it has nothing to do with the Vikings, but that happened. And I have to address that. But then at pick 16, Byron Murphy II got picked up by Seattle. And from that point, now leading up to that, I was saying, all right, at pick 23, Byron Murphy or Johnny Newton address the interior defensive line. Byron Murphy got picked up by Seattle at pick 16. And that had me scared for like 30 seconds because then it's okay. The next best guy at DT is Johnny Newton. All right, we gotta withstand the storm, so to speak. So hopefully he falls to us at 23. That lasted for about 30 seconds. All of a sudden, the Vikings trade up again, going from 23 to 17. The very next pick, again, just like going from 11 to 10, 20. I would say this was more impressive than going from 11 to 10. 23 to 17, again, giving up nothing, essentially. And they took not the guy I would have gotten, but Dallas Turner, who some would say is the best edge rusher in this draft. That's the rundown of the Vikings night. This is the greatest draft I've ever witnessed by this team. I don't care. This isn't even prisoner of the moment. They did that. Huncho says, let Kwesi cook. Jaguars got fleeced. This is the exact opposite. Think about 2022, how far we've come. To trade down 20 spot, you got fleeced like it was no tomorrow. And I'm just saying, this guy has no idea what he's doing. He completed 2 trades. Going from 11 to 10, I don't even know if that's necessarily a fleece. This one, as Huncho pointed out, this is a fleece. 23 to 17, 6 spots. And you get your quarterback. They got there, going back to Jay Stone, joining after work. They got their quarterback of the future and arguably the best edge rusher in the draft without giving much of anything. They protected their first round pick
in 2025, and they're going to have somewhere around $100 million in cap space to work with next free agency. And I would bet if Justin Jefferson had any sort of hesitation about signing his extension because he doesn't know who the quarterback is going to be, I bet you he signs it now. This was amazing. And we can argue all day long about, well, it's good Johnny Newton, which I would do that, but it's just fine. Can't argue about, okay, fine, you didn't get the guy that I wanted, but you still took a damn good player without giving much up of anything. That's what I can't fathom. I can't process this right now. Because this doesn't seem real. Where the Vikings had arguably the greatest draft in their franchise's history, and Penix gets drafted after Kirk Cousins signs $100 million guaranteed, and Bo Nix gets selected 12th overall. What is happening right now? Beats me. Angelo Buck, I appreciate you, brother. Says so fired up. I wish the season started tomorrow. There's so much to talk about with this team and the direction that it's going to. Earlier today, if you can't make it work, JJ goes top 5. All right, get Brock Bowers. Make this work with Sam Darnold. You don't even have to do that now. The JJ McCarthy propaganda didn't price them out of JJ McCarthy. He ended up with the Vikings without them having to give up not a king's ransom or a ransom at all. You gave up popcorn kernels. And you got maybe the best edge rusher in this draft, man. What else could you add? What else could you ask for tonight? What else? I'm in shock. I'm in awe right now. Juicy Splash says we still got 23rd. Nah, that's gone. But that's A-okay. Okay. Huncho says next best thing than getting Daniels at the 3. I would say so. Yeah, next best? Yes. Absolutely. I don't know what to do right now. I don't know how to process this. This is the greatest Vikings draft of all time. And the conductor of this symphony is none other than Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. He deserves his flowers. Christian Olsen says, so hyped, Randy. Love the vids too. Let's go. Skol Vikings Nation. 1,000%. I can't think of a happier time being a Vikings fan than right now. I think this tops everything. Everything. Minneapolis Miracle. That was pretty good. Rudolph says Atlanta did us that solid, so we would stop complaining about Oh, okay. I thought you were going in the direction of Atlanta did us the solid of taking Penix. Because had they have taken J.J. McCarthy, that's a whole different conversation. Then we're saying, all right, at 11, do you take Brock Bowers or do you take an edge rusher or someone on defense and then take your chances to see if Penix is going to be there at 23? But Falcons did us a solid in that regard, but I like your thought process anyway. They're going to get punished next year because they were tampering.
Kirk Cousins admit, how do you snitch on your team and then the team responds, I drafted your replacement? We wanted to protect this dude so bad from Kyle Sloter, and you have to look into the eyes of a first round pick that's going to replace you eventually. Maybe. I mean, you take him at 8 overall. Of course, that's your replacement. And then Bo Nix at 12. Let me keep it together. Let me keep it together a little bit, just a little bit longer. I'll respond to a couple more. I'll do a reaction video after this too. And it's only 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Our night's over with rather quickly. A lot quicker than I thought. Huncho says, you think they start Darnold or JJ week 1? Beats me. Training camp. We just got to follow the beat writers. They do a really good job of giving of reporting how players are doing in their reps and which team they're with first or second. That gives an indication. I'm not sure. If I had to guess, I would say probably Sam Darnold. I think JJ has a few things he needs to work on to be ready at the pro level to take on the full workload of a starting NFL quarterback. He has traits, but it's more so of honing those traits and getting him up to speed on the speed of the pro level, among other things. But KOC, he's supposed to be the quarterback whisperer, or as he described, the QB killer, which I feel like that's an odd way to describe yourself as a coach that can bring the best out of quarterbacks. Either way, he's a guy that can allegedly build up quarterbacks. And JJ McCarthy, the fact that you got him and still managed to get your Danielle Hunter replacement, trading up both times for these players and giving up, and I can't stress this enough, nothing. Crazy. Anybody that's complaining right now, you can't tell them anything. I don't know what to say. Like you're just looking for stuff to bitch and moan about. Okay. All right. That's going to end our night. I am so fired up. I'm going to do a reaction video right now. Get my thoughts together. Thank you all so much for joining this live stream. I really do appreciate it. Reaction video on the Vikings first round coming up.